The time has come. Rugby World Cup 2023 final. South Africa versus New Zealand. Let's get stuck in. Welcome to Couch Coach Sports, guys. With me as always, my assistant coach Bjorn. Bjorn, brother, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, and yourself, my boy? Obviously good after a Boca victory.
Exactly, bro. Fantastic. Let's get straight into it, bro. The preview for the final. Springboks versus New Zealand. Yeah, brother.
Didn't you call this one?
I was gonna tell you. I was about to say. I just want you to know that my predictions are correct, bro. So.
I have funny suspicion after the Boca won on when was it, Saturday, and I checked obviously to see New Zealand, South Africa, and something my brain clicked, and I was like, wait a second, I said South Africa France gonna be the final, South Africa France quarter final, but someone I believe says South Africa New Zealand, and I was like, oh fuck, I really hope actually that you forgot. Because you're gonna rub it in my face so badly now.
I remember this, bro. I remember this. Maybe not the pathway I thought it would go, but it had to be. It was destiny, bro. It was
the destination. It's not about the journey. It's about the destination.
Exactly, bro. Repeat of 1995, an iconic game, bro. This is literally the most iconic.
The biggest game in world rugby. This is the biggest game of all time.
Exactly, bro. It's on that level. On that, I don't think these teams are going to disappoint us in any way, shape, or form. Bro, let's
I don't think there's a bigger one. Do you think there's a bigger game than this one ever? I mean, they both got 3 World Cups, the 2 biggest sides of all time. South Africa going for the consecutive titles. New Zealand obviously don't want SA to match their record. They also going for their 4th title. So much is on the line, eh?
Bro, it's actually ridiculous, bro. It's like you say, bro. It's the biggest game that's ever going to be played, bro. Yeah. If you think of just the history of this year, New Zealand taking their biggest ever defeat from us, bro. Those guys are going to want their revenge, and what a better way of revenge to beat us in the World Cup final, bro.
Who would have ever thought the New Zealand getting to this point, especially after the early losses to the Boca, obviously not in the World Cup, just before the World Cup, and then the French first pool game. I don't think anyone expected the All Blacks to beat, if they faced the South Africans or the Irish. They ended up beating the Irish in the quarters, but I don't think anyone expected the All Blacks to get to this stage.
Yeah, but I think it was maybe not so much expect them to get there, but you always knew that they were there, bro. You know, it's like you never put them out, but they were never like favorites out because of what was happening before this final, you know. But no one ever I think that actually worked in their favor a little bit, to slide under the radar type of vibe.
Yeah, under the radar, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, well, let's get stuck straight in. Of course, this is like I say, it's such a big game. I think it's pretty much 50-50, bro, in terms of the tactics and the players and everything. So we'll do something a bit different today. We'll look at reasons why a specific team will win. We'll start with New Zealand. Reasons why New Zealand would win this game. I'll start off there, bro. I think the reason that they could win this game is just to get their revenge for us dumping them 3 months ago, bro. I think that's for them, that was probably their darkest time as a nation, other than other World Cups that they lost, you know what I mean? And for them now, coming into this game, what a perfect way to get their revenge against us now, you know?
No, I completely agree with you. From my side, and I know I've mentioned this before in some of our previous videos, but momentum. They just seem to have hit their stride at exactly the right time. If you look at their games in the pool stages, Italy's not, okay, they didn't look great at the World Cup, but Italy's not a poor side. They're not a bad side. They're one of the tier 1 nations. And they got a thumping and a half from the All Blacks. And that was just before the knockout stages. Then obviously beating the Irish. Huge high of that one. And then now their last match against Argentina, who didn't even seem like they put up any sort of fight against the All Blacks. So for me, it's the momentum going into it. And just the way they always seem to take that step up when they face the Boca.
Yeah, they do take a step up. I think both teams do, but they just have that, bro, like I said, if on their day, their best, if they play their best and we play our best, I kind of back them in a way, bro.
You think
It's
so,
just-
really?
I don't know why. It's just they're so dangerous, bro. This is like
Don't you think
if
that's
they're
just
all
like
firing.
memory bias? That's just like recency memory
Yeah,
bias
yeah.
because you're so used to the All Blacks beating us. I think South Africa are actually moving into a different era in our rugby. I think we're taking a different step. The game has become so more professional on all levels. You see a lot more of our players playing overseas, interacting with overseas coaches, their IP. I don't know. I think on the day, if you take our best versus their best, I'm backing the Bokke all the way.
We'll get to the book though. And any other reasons why you think the All Blacks would win this game? One for me is if Mwanga is going forward and kicking all his goals. They've got Jordy Barrett also kicking long goals, and they've got very high percentages, bro. In the final, that's exactly where you want. Where we maybe a little bit with Andre, okay, he hasn't missed a kick yet, but you know he does have a missed kick in him, especially if they maybe make a choice to start Mani, which I don't think they will. But you know he could easily miss one or two kicks that could be game deciders. You know.
Crucial. I mean, World Cups have always been decided kind of by kicks. If you look at our 2007 when Percy Montgomery nailing 5 penalties, 95 with Joel Stransky so important. Obviously 2019 was a bit different for us. We had a bit of a runaway in the final against the English. But drop goals, Johnny Wilkinson 2003 actually just sprung to mind now. Drop goals and kicking in general are such an important facet in World Cup winning sides.
Yeah, for sure. And another thing also what worries me is that we haven't beaten the All Blacks in the World Cup in a while, bro. You know what I mean? I think the last time we beat them was fucking 95 World Cup.
Yeah, I think so as well. I don't think because we lost to them in 99. Remember, with 3rd and 4th place we beat them.
Okay, that let's.
I think
not
it was
even count that
99.
third and fourth.
I'm sure we beat them in 99 or so, but we hardly beat them. Yeah, we lost to them in 03 in the quarters. They kicked us out there. 2015 was the most recent one. They smashed us out. Well, not really smashed us. Jerome Kaino handing us off into the exit of the World Cup in the semi-finals. So yeah, I think New Zealand's quite our bogey team, but at the same time, I think if there's any team that's gonna beat them, it's the Bokke.
Exactly, bro. It's a strange thing. It's like the only team I see beating us is them, and the only team I see beating them is us, bro. Yeah, bro.
I agree.
Let's move on to the Bokke, bro. Give me reasons why the Springboks win this game.
The reason why the Bokke win this game, set piece domination. First of all, I think we're going to overpower them in the scrums. We're going to win quite a few penalties there. Our line-out's looking very, very strong. Yeah, I think that's definitely the main factor for me. It's probably going to be our set piece dominance.
Yeah, for sure, bro. I think this is like the fact that our set piece dominance happens for 80 minutes. The first the guys starting and the guys coming on.
The bomb squad also, yeah.
Exactly, bro. Who do you see us going with, a 7-1 split or 6-2? What do you think?
I'd probably 6-2. I think we're going to go 6-2 or 5-3. I don't think we're going to go 7-1. It just depends on what happens. I think if Pollard starts, then obviously I'm going to see Mani, I think, going to be on the bench. But then we don't necessarily need Villy on the bench because Mani can cover fullback as well. Then maybe we'll see someone like Andre Esterhuizen come in just to bring us a little bit more cover at the centre just in case. But Damian Willemse can also play centre. So I don't expect big changes by the Springboks. I do believe that Pollard will start. And bar that, I don't really see anything else. I don't see Ox starting. One area that for me personally I would have wanted to see someone start is maybe Kwagga Smith getting the nod over Dwayne. I think we've looked a bit weak at the breakdown over the past 2 games, offensively and defensively. Just without Malcolm there, we don't really have anyone that's competing in the rucks, and I think that's a little bit to our detriment because we're not able to slow that ball down and be disruptive enough.
For sure, bro. It's definitely a factor. Yeah, bro. It's definitely a factor. We don't want these guys running freely with the ball and having a lot of possession.
Yeah.
Know? When they start dominating,
especially the All Blacks, they're so dangerous on the counter.
Exactly, bro. Exactly. So it's at the end of the day, it's just gonna be an absolute war, and it comes down to the fact of like who wants it more. And I think that's where we kind of benefit in a way, because I don't feel like any other country has the support for their team like we do. New Zealand do, but there's kind of like an expectance from them rather than a hope for them. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like they expect them to do something, but when South Africa, they hope for that moment, that amazing moment if they do win the World Cup again. And I think that's a bit more powerful.
Rugby has transcended in South Africa. Rugby is the nation's sport. It's definitely replaced football as the country's number one sport. If you see the reactions in all the communities, black, white, coloured, any community across South Africa, people just adore and love the Springboks. This is a team that's been uniting the country. So yeah, I see this definitely, like you say, the 16th man, as we call it, the South African fans, the support, could definitely play a huge factor in the belief that these boys have in themselves.
Exactly, bro. And on the last one, the referee, bro, looks like Wayne Barnes has got the
Wayne Barnes.
He'll be reffing. What's your opinion on him reffing? Who has the advantage with him being the ref?
Barnes is a very calm ref. So experienced. I think he's been in the game for 20 years now. Best call I think could have been made with them going in. I don't really would have fancied having Ben O'Keefe for the 3rd week running. Obviously, the Bokke would have been well known to his reffing style. Yeah, he's a New Zealand ref, that's what I'm saying. Angus Gardner as well, the Australian. Not having him in there is probably a benefit to the South Africans. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with Barnesy being appointed as the official. And your thoughts?
Yeah, bro, I think he's got a cool head here. I don't think he's been under too much fire this World Cup with some bad decisions at all. So yeah, bro, I think he's a good call, bro. He'll do a good job. He always does, I reckon, hey. So
yeah, I also think so.
But anyway, guys, that's that. The preview done. The only thing left now is for the Bokke to bring it home to South Africa. It's going to be a huge game. Get behind your team like we're going to be, and just please, Bokke, please do this.
Let's do it. Fourth title. Let's do it, boys.
This has been Couch Coach Sports. Guys, thanks for joining us. Please leave a like, please subscribe, leave some comments there for us in the comment section. We'll get back to you guys. And until next time, cheers.
Cheers, everybody.